The Detroit Lions will be reporting to OTAs this week, and here are 4 things that have to be on your mind when this is going down. Let's talk about it. I'm Mike Payton from A to Z Sports Detroit. Today we're going to talk about the 4 big things that all Lions fans should be thinking about during OTAs and what we're hoping to see when media has availability. The first one is Aidan Hutchinson. Last week, Hutchinson told local media that he has been cleared for football activities. This is going to be the first time that we've seen him back on the field, moving around, being with his teammates. Let's see what he could do. Can he get around the edge like he used to be? Does he have that speed? Is it still there? Is it all there? We're only to get a partial answer to this question since this is OTAs. There's no padded. They're not really going to be going live per se, but we'll be able to get some sort of eye on him for the first time outside of the little videos that he's put on Instagram. This is going to be huge. We got to see what this guy's going to look like in training camp in a little over a month at this point. The next one's all about Isaac Tesla. Now, I think that this guy is going to be ready to replace Tim Patrick at wide receiver 3 by the time the season rolls around. I think he's going to show it at camp. But I'm really interested to see, is he going to be working with the first team right here at OTAs? Are they going to throw him right out of the gate, going to put him in with the first team and see what he can do? If so, I think that says a lot about what they think of him and what his ability is going to be during the season. That's one I'm definitely watching. The next one is going to be Giovanni Manu. We know that last year he took a red shirt season, just kind of worked off to the side on basically learning the game. The game itself, he's so new to football. Even though he was playing in college football in Canada, he's still pretty green. So last year he spent a lot of time working on the technical portion of the game, kind of learning how to use his body. Physically, it seems like he's got that down. At least that's the way Penei Sewell said it was last week. He said physically, technically, it's all kind of there. Mentally is what he needs to work on. But this will be our first time seeing what a more technically sound Giovanni Manu looks like. So that's going to be really interesting to see because this is potentially your future left tackle here. The last one is a big one, and that is seeing how the team is gelling with John Morton and Kelvin Sheppard. Obviously, Sheppard's been here for the last few years. Morton was just here in 2022, but had a big hand in installing what we now know as the Lions offense. This is going to be the first time that both these guys are calling plays, and this will be the first time we'll get to see how players on the team are reacting to those calls and gelling with those calls. Obviously, like I said, it's not live football per se, but this will be the first time in which John Morton will take his offense out there against Kelvin Sheppard's defense and say, do this play, and Calvin will say, do this play, and we'll see what happens. This is going to be a big week. It's a short week because they're not going to have a mandatory minicamp this year. They're going to skip right over that and go to training camp early so they can play in the Hall of Fame game. But this is where we're going to start getting some answers, so this is where you got to start paying attention. We'll see what happens, and we'll talk to you next time.